Kitchen in Bianca and Elisa's studio. The record of life. Midnight. Just when arriving home after finishing a mission of suppressing crambits in heavy rain. When exhausted, Bianca fell into a deep sleep. Elisa records her story in a blank space of her diary as usual. A petty argument with the landlord visiting her in the early morning and asking for a raise in monthly rent from next month. Personal evaluation on restaurants she visited in the afternoon on account of Sion's recommendation. What she has been through in the course of her work and some fragmentary thoughts about it. Complaints and regrets about the daily occurrence of overtime work. New clues and evidence to search for Ramjist's whereabouts. And weekend appointments with Bianca. Elisa's memory of the day is recorded in the blank space of her diary. This must be all for today. Finishing the recording of the diary, Elisa checks the remaining pages of the diary. There are 3 pages left. Making a decision to join Calamity, she started using a new diary, but she used it up in just a month. I guess I've went through more things than I thought. Elisa closes the diary and stares at the blank space for the title on the front cover. Should I leave it blank again? Every time Elisa uses up a diary, she would use a word representing her situation at the time as the title. However, the title of diaries written during the trip with Bianca were left blank without being able to find a suitable title. Someday I should find a suitable title for it. In the end, Elisa still couldn't decide the title for this diary, and just checked the starting date of the diary and wrote that on the corner of the front page. It's already been 4 years, no, 5 years from then. Elisa, 13 years old, the Karas Union board offense, thoughtful consideration. It is scheduled to withdraw from this area after this winter ends. It's good. Your help is always greatly appreciated. Well, I'm paid for it. Ilya Ivanov, commander of the 1st Reconnaissance Company, Karas Union border garrison. A year ago, he was tasked with combating rebels operating in this region. He then happened to meet Elisa, a 13-year-old girl holding a rifle in the process of liberating the rebel-occupied town. If I hadn't helped you then, I'd have been used as a human shield as a child soldier, or something worse that would have happened to me by now. And I'm the one who should be thankful. Wasn't I supposed to be shot right away? When I first spotted you, your gun was already targeted at my forehead. Fortunately, I hesitated to pull the trigger. If I'd shot you and continued the operation, we would have been wiped out. Ilya can't forget Elisa staring at him without being surprised at the gun aimed at her. Can I go to the Karas Union as well? A person without the Karas Union citizenship cannot cross the border. I can cross it without being noticed by anyone. Sooner or later you'll be caught in illegal immigrant inspection and be deported. Or you will be used and exploited by someone else due to your status of illegal immigrant. Like you in the past, exploited by rebels as a child soldier. I understand. So, what's the reason you called me in here? Speaking of enemy information, I have to say that what I gave you last time is all. I couldn't sneak into the village because of the Titan guard. Oh. A farewell? Lisa. Yeah? Ilya just couldn't speak properly. What exactly do you want to say? Don't tell me, is it that hard to say a farewell? That's actually not it. A farewell. Actually, it's more of a pity than I thought. Thanks to you, I've been living a bit more comfortably than I used to be. See, that's not what I'm trying to say. It's totally fine. You're here to say goodbye to me, even though you could withdraw without a word. That's not what I'm trying to say, and I mean it. So would you please bear with me for a second? Okay, say it. Elisa, be my daughter. What in the world are you saying? Well, literally, I'm going to adopt you. That would give you the Karas Union citizenship. Let's live together. Adoption? You? Me? Elisa's laughter echoed through the air. Oh, sorry. I couldn't stand laughter. Well, but it sounded too funny. I'm thankful that you take me to the union, but why of all things is it adoption? One more thing, aren't you single? What are you gonna do later? Oh, wait a sec. I see. Did you fabricate the document to let me enter the country without any problem? Elisa, I don't want to have a family with a light heart. So, is it a fake adoption for real? But I think it would be fine if you are my family. Elisa couldn't say another word, but Ilya's words were far too absurd. Although I'm a low-ranked nobleman serving as an officer, I'm still a nobleman, and I also have some wealth from my late father. I've never been a father, so I don't know if I'll do it right. You being my father? It's terrible just to think about it. A relationship like now is just fine. Do as you please. I'd run away when I get the citizenship. Is that fine for you? There's nothing I can do about that. It's pretty common for people in your age to run away from home. You and I never clicked with each other, you know that? There's nothing special about a family feud. We can solve it well. You are really something. This suggestion was even more surprising, considering how serious and sincere Ilya is in every moment. Nobody will say anything for leaving a child like me at the battlefield. I know, I've thought about that. But if I make such a decision, I'm sure I'll suffer for my life. You don't have to decide right away. There's still time until winter. Are you seriously going to accept me as your family? Undeniable. Elisa, 14 years old, caring. Are you exhausted already? What are you saying? I'm all right. How are you doing with Alfred? Well, so. Elisa became family with Ilya. However, since Ilya was often on duty as a field commander of the day, Ilya and Elisa didn't have much time to spend together. Even when Ilya was not on duty as field commander of the day, it wasn't until evening after Ilya's work and Elisa's school hours that they could spend time with each other. I didn't force you to wake up, but not even though you needed to sleep more, did I? You woke me up and dragged me out already, and you're asking that now? On the day Ilya returned home, he woke Elisa up early in the morning and ran along the bank path of a nearby river to spend more time with her. Ah. Due to the excessive sleepiness, Elisa stretched with a big yawn. Should we not do this next time? It's fine. Hey, why are you caring for me that much? If I feel like I can't do this anymore, I'll say so. Then you do as you please. How are you doing with your school life? Everything's all right. Would you like to go camping this weekend? Sorry, I have another appointment with my friend. With whom? You don't know her. What do you want to have for dinner? Nothing. Ilya kept asking trivial questions, and Elisa answered shortly with annoyingness. Are you upset? No, I'm not. I'm really okay, so stop bothering me. All right, then let's bet on who's gonna get home first. Ilya runs out as he throws out a suggestion. The distance between Ilya and Elisa widens in a flash. Looking at Ilya's back, Elisa's face is contorted due to dissatisfaction. No, you like betting too much. Elisa, if you win, I'll grant you a wish. There's no way Ilya can be aware of Elisa's facial expression. I don't want to do it, you dumbass. Elisa's voice, full of irritation, resonates behind Ilya's. Ria's back? I think it should probably say Ilya. Ilya stops running in surprise. Elisa? Surprised at Elisa's unpleasant feelings burst out unexpectedly, Ilya stops running and approaches Elisa. With her face full of irritation, Elisa avoids Ilya's gaze and starts to walk along the way. I just did this for fun. Ilya wants to be as close to Elisa as possible. However, he couldn't figure out what made Elisa that dissatisfied. Did she dislike betting? In the past, when they were in a relationship of a commander and an informant, he used to bet on the performance of Elisa's reconnaissance missions, so this kind of reaction was unfamiliar to Ilya. Well, anyways, I guess it would be best to make my apologies in this situation. I'm sorry, Elisa. I'm sorry that I made you uncomfortable. I'm really sorry. At that very moment, Elisa pushes back Ilya and sprinted forward. Up to the front door. Elisa. Elisa runs out past baffled Ilya. Only a bright smile remains on her face. You. The distance between Ilya and Elisa widens in a flash. You cowardly little girl. Ilya belatedly understands the situation and chases Elisa with all his strength. If you lose, stop bothering me, you fool. Elisa shouts with a bright smile, looking at Ilya running after her. Hey, I'm not going to lose. Her shouts resonate on the sky through the cold dawn air. Elisa, 17 years old. Familiarity. Ilya went to pick Elisa up after he got off early from his work. Oh, you're pretty much a celebrity among friends. Ilya, who was waiting for Elisa around the front gate of the school, could not but be surprised that there are so many peers around her. It's quite natural for a person who has academic excellence, outstanding athletic ability, likable appearance, and thoughtful consideration for others at the same time. Elisa praises herself naturally without changing a single facial expression. You really have a cool cheek. But it's true. It was not easy for Elisa to get used to the new life over the last 3 years. However, Elisa treasured the opportunity she had been given, and it was not long before she couldn't be seen anymore as a child soldier or an informant. Ilya, when will you go? When will you go on a summer vacation? I'd say around the last week of the next month. Where are we going? Have you thought about it? No, I haven't. Hey, then let's go camping. Camping? Ilya was reluctant to go camping because he had been stationed outdoors on a recent border garrison mission. Hey, uncle, your daughter wants to go. Are you trying to be a daughter only at times like this? And what kind of father is called uncle? Oh, look at you. You said you'd be responsible for me for the rest of your life, and you're already complaining? A bond of friends or more. It was the result of Ilya being devoted to Elisa, and Elisa trying to accept it for the past 3 years. They are now able to approach each other more comfortably and more candidly. Let's go to a little deserted, starry place. Looking at the calm night sky, I want to feel myself alone with the nature, just like I was in the past. All right, all right. And how about pork barbecue and some beer for dinner? What? When camping, beer can chicken is a must. What on earth is beer can chicken? A story about figuring out the way to spend time together. A story that remains in the memory. Is he dead? Probably. Elisa, 20 years old, regrets. So, what time are you leaving tomorrow? At 4:40. After the semester starts, when do you think you can come back home again? I'd say around next vacation. Come visit here often, if possible. I'll try. Why, are you that sad not being able to see your daughter for a long time? Undeniable. After high school graduation, Elisa enters the Karas Union Military Academy. Ilya bitterly opposed Elisa's choice, but Elisa was stubborn as a mule. Just think about living a long and healthy life. Make sure you take your meds every day and work hard on your rehabilitation. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Last winter, Ilya collapsed from a sudden brain hemorrhage. That's not good. He managed to save his life, but his lower body was paralyzed and he had no choice but to retire. If you get healthy, I'll call you Dad. So cheer up. For your information, I'm not interested in that title anymore. Memories are painted over every time they are recalled. In particular, memories full of emotions like anger, sadness, and regrets come to mind more clearly. It is no longer a record of the past, becoming an emotion itself. Elisa, 23 years old. Concern. Graduation ceremony of the Karas Union Military Academy and the President's annual congratulatory speech after the World War. 1,000 cadets here will soon be commissioned as officers of the Karas Union Military. 4 years ago, you all could go to any school you wanted and you could choose any job. But you chose a tougher path than anyone else and applied for a noble duty. The path of defending and protecting the Karas Union. Due to the World War, the prestige of the military in the Chorus Union has changed a lot from the past. The Chorus Union military is the world's strongest, both in name and reality. This year alone, the latest military android will be introduced in the Army. The latest fighter jets will be set ready in the Air Force, and the Navy will have a new type aircraft carrier. However, with all of this, it is still not enough for us to be called the world's strongest. That honorable title is only gainable and maintainable thanks to everyone here right now. With the word everyone, exclamations and cheers burst out from all directions. I hereby declare on behalf of all members of the Chorus Union, everyone, thank you for choosing this path. We will not forget that this peace we are enjoying now is a precious gift from you. Most of the cadets were young men born and raised in the Chorus Union, a victorious side of the war. The president's congratulatory speech instills the greatest pride in their hearts. Wow, he's really good at saying things like that as if it's not a big deal. Elisa had to live as a rebel child soldier and as an informant of the border garrison. For her, it has always been a life where the choice for survival is of utmost priority. If there is an order issued, soldiers must accomplish their duties even if they happen to take other people's lives. To survive, Elisa stood guard with a machine gun handed over by rebels, and to get support from the border garrison, she had to take risks by claiming to be an informant. So I was right. Ilya is a total weirdo. Elisa intended to become an officer after graduation. This is because if she managed to be commissioned, she could become independent economically, and above all, she did not want to burden retired Ilya. Although Elisa had always been nominated as an outstanding cadet throughout her 4 years of academy life, the president's congratulatory speech meant nothing to her. Rather, it just made her wonder whether the path that she's trying to go is truly the right one. Considering that Considering that Ilya's in such bad shape, should I find another job that we can spend time together a bit more? Elisa, 24 years old. Parting. The moment of parting is always a step earlier than expected. Sir Ilya would be glad for your presence here at the last moment. I truly hope so. I know you took a lot of trouble. You did a great job. Shortly after Elisa was commissioned as a lieutenant of the Chorus Union military, Ilya passed out again due to illness. In front of Elisa, who came in a hurry after hearing the news from Alfred, was Ilya, fell into unconsciousness, lying on his bed. Miss Elisa, thank you for your support. Elisa was a new officer just commissioned as a lieutenant, so she could not stay with Ilya so often, but when she was free of work, she'd always stay by Ilya's side, even though he could not open up his eyes. Just beside unconscious Ilya, Elisa reminisces her memories with him or tells him what she has been going through recently while holding his hands, trying to maximize the time spent together. A year has passed like this, and after giving it a lot of thought, Elisa accepts the medical team's suggestion and decides to stop Ilya's life-saving treatment, taking off his respirator. It's been 10 years since I met you. I think I've changed a lot in the meantime. Your hometown has become mine. I have a place to go back, and I can call this place my home. The time I've spent with you, I feel it's very short, but speaking of memories, there seems to be much more than I thought. Thank you. I had a great time being a family with you. Without you, I would have never experienced anything like this. Even in this situation, it's still awkward to call you Dad. Why couldn't you live longer so I can do that naturally? Sorry for being such a silly daughter. While hosting Ilya's funeral, Elisa realized again that he had few relatives or acquaintances. Participants in the funeral were Elisa's friends back in the school days, military academy mates, and a few acquaintances living in the neighborhood. Most were people who had a relationship with Elisa rather than Ilya. Ilya might be the one who needed a family more than anyone else. Alfred? Yes, Miss Ivanova? Can you do me a favor? Just say the word, Miss Ivanova. With the money made from winding up Ilya's remaining estate, Elisa offers an amount of retirement pay and a small house for Alfred, for being devoted to Ilya and her for a long time. Not long after the family affairs are sorted out, Elisa finishes her short military service of around a year and retires. The dead of the night, tired body, finished diary, and pouring rain. Small reasons gather one by one to recall memories of the forgotten past. Bianca's toss and turn broke the silence of the studio. Bea, you were tired to death, weren't you? I'd better sleep for tomorrow. Hmm? Opening the bedroom door, Elisa finds out that Bianca is not sleeping as well and is tossing and turning fully awake with only her eyes closed. She must have a lot on her mind too. You can't sleep? Something on your mind? No. How about a beer? Sharing joys and worries. Taking a step closer first and being honest. All right. That's the love my dad showed me and the way I treat my precious people. And with that, welcome to Troubleshooter Abandoned Children. Welcome back, I should say. I don't know if there is a new scenario mission. I know that. I'm just not sure how it connects to what we've just seen. Gold Hand River Park. Even before we get to that, also, firstly, I do apologize if I sound a bit off today. I am a bit sick, but it should be fine. It also did say, just need to figure out where it is. There is a new ability for Bianca, but you have to do something to get it. And apparently you have to go to Shooter Street for that and speak to someone. So I'll try to figure that out. I'll be back in a second. Oh, that bangle is cool. I guess it's a new product. It's a bangle for beginners. For beginners? How much is the output? Is this really for beginners? Default output of ESP is around 50. It's too weak. Oh, it's for beginners. The design is really pretty. Generally, weapons with high performance and various effects are traded at high prices. Since merchants could make a lot of profits by trading expensive equipment, most of it was also excellent in design. On the contrary, in the case of beginner equipment, most of it only had a basic performance and a simple appearance. It was also the first piece of equipment that was thrown away when users become experienced, so merchants' profits were not very high. Therefore, it was common for beginners to use low-priced basic equipment and then purchase intermediate level or better equipment again in line with their ability growth. As a result, in the case of beginners' weapons, price and performance were considered more important than appearance. Recently, more people are interested in the job called troubleshooter. Thanks to that, the number of people visiting my store to see weapons for beginners has increased significantly. So I brought in some products that look better than its actual performance to promote customers' first purchase. That's too bad. If you like the design, buy one for decoration. I'll hand it over to you at a reasonable price. For decoration? I have no money for such a thing. Wouldn't it be possible for Kylie to change the appearance of the weapon? Really? He only wants to change the appearance. Kylie? Unfortunately, the appearance of the equipment takes both performance and function into account. Therefore, excessive modification of the appearance leads to defects in performance. Oh, I see. Giving up performance for the appearance is an absolutely unacceptable choice for troubleshooters in the field. And suddenly Bianca, who was watching this situation silently, spoke a word. How about transmog? Transmog? I think I learned it in science class. What was it? That's a process of distorting visual information using ESP. That's a pretty good approach. Oh, you've got an idea? Transmog is the process of projecting an external image of a particular target to another target. There are cases of luxury accessories shops projecting a piece of rare jewelry or accessory onto a low-priced one and lending the appearance of it. He's excited. It's an amazing technique. What? Why didn't you tell me earlier? Is this the technique that you and Omia used to bring up? Technique called transmog. Ali, transmog is feasible, right? It is, and the performance will remain the same. Woohoo! It's surprising that Steven is so interested, even though this has nothing to do with eating. Very strange. But unfortunately, this is not a technique of engineers. It's more of a magic formula based on ESP control. This is not something that I'm capable of because I'm not an ESP user. Didn't you just say it's possible? Sion, the fact that what you want is achievable by using Transmog and my capability is a different story. Transmog is a delicate projection of the original image to the subject. Miss Know-It-All Kylie, please teach me if Transmog is something I can do using ESP. I'll learn. I want to use something cool too. As far as I know, Valhalla is continuously trying to popularize Transmog. Unfortunately, at present, only a small number of master craftsmen belonging to luxury goods companies have the technique, just as Bianca said. What a shame. You want me to do it for you? Hmm? Can you do that, Bianca? Bianca, you Bianca, you're saying that you can do that? Oh, God. That's amazing. I never thought that I'd see Transmog in person. Bianca, who says she's capable of Transmog. Her words draw all the attention of her colleagues. If you do, I'd gladly share the list of the best restaurants in the neighborhood with you. Bianca, is this also possible? If it's not too burdensome, can I also ask you a favor? Transmog is just a projection of an object of a similar shape. If the source item is a sword, the target item should also be a sword. The same goes for the bangle. And partial projection is not possible. Well, that's not a big deal. Oh, so mine is no problem, right? Looking at Bianca, who has been befuddled for a while by the attention of her colleagues, Elisa says a word. Hey, would you be alright? Well, I think you'll be just fine. Oleg, who was watching the situation unpleasantly. Hey, what am I going to do with my store if such a thing comes out? What a nonsense technique. Oleg, chill. It's just a sophisticated image copy. It doesn't replace the function. Equipment collectors will buy actual products anyway. The same goes for the actual users. Kylie, it won't be bad news for your store as much as you worry. Well, it's a little weird though. If it's a design you want, you should just buy one. From now on, you can transmog through Workbench. Alright. Apparently we can do that now. Alright, let's see. Where was a Workbench? There's one from over there. Let's see what that actually entails. Here, I guess. So, our team can also transmog from now on, right? Excited too. Hold on, it's been a while since I've done this. Transmog tab has been added to the workbench. Yeah, sure, I'll click it. Is there spare blueprints for a simple drawing? Blueprint? I think briefly recording the structural parts of the object to be projected is necessary to project it properly. Here it is. These are leftovers. Use as many as you want. Thanks. Okay, I'm ready. Oh, mine. Mine first. Don't worry, it's not a big deal. I'll do it for everyone here. He's so excited. Transmog allows you to change the appearance of the weapon. Only a weapon available for the character can be a source item. Only a weapon that is of the same type with the source item but has different appearance can be a target item. Upon selecting the target item, the list of the source items will be updated, and clicking on the Transmog button after choosing desired appearance from the list of the source items will change the appearance of the target item. Transmogged items display a star icon at the top right corner of the item icon. If you want to restore the transmogged weapon back to its original appearance, select the item and click on the Restore Shape button. So, which one should I transmog first? What exactly does that do? Current item appearance. Okay. And these are other item appearances we could take on. I mean, for battle gloves, I just don't really care. I don't think I care for bangles either. Although these are pretty cool. I've never seen what they actually look like, because those are things that, you don't really notice. But that's a cool looking bangle. Maybe more so about guns. An orange one. I do quite like the look of that. These are all pretty nice. I don't think I'll actually do anything here right now. Do I have anything else? No, I just have guns and bangles and these. Alright. battle gloves. And also pistols, I guess. But we'll leave that for now. It's there if we want it. What are these? I see. Okay. Well, we've looked at that. So now let's quickly go back to the silver lining. I know we wouldn't need to because we can also just go from here, but I'd rather go back there and then go into the mission from there. Also, I'd like to check if everyone's morale is fine. Let's see. Yep, looks good. All right then. Off to the mission. Gold Hand River Park. Difficulty super hard. I'm assuming super hard is easier than extremely hard. What kind of mission? Arrest mission, okay. And yeah, we'll take the whole squad. Let's go. Overlapping coincidence, another phrase for destiny. That sounds like one of those sentences that sounds like it has a deeper meaning, but is just nonsense, really. What does overlapping coincidence even mean? Well, whatever. I guess we'll see, maybe. It definitely looks like a fun map to play. 8 months ago, Yggdrasil's General Hospital. Decision. I am deeply ashamed of myself, Giselle. I've been a huge burden to this team. A month ago, Gyube had been seriously injured in Ben Schneider's attack and returned. On the first mission after his return, he got a serious injury again. Of all things had gone through that day, I thought it was lucky to get back to work quickly, and as it turns out, it wasn't. It was too tight to pay the interest on the loan recently, so I was kind of craving for that on-site allowance. Oh, so you knew from the first time about all this? What casts more shadow on Giselle's mind than Gyube's current injury was a note from the General Hospital regarding Gyube's condition. Frozen blood. You must have seen the note. The details of the medical checkup due to a business accident are notified to the company immediately. So that's the case. I was having quite a hard time thinking about how to tell you this, but I guess all that became quite useless now. I didn't mean to hide it. Actually, I wasn't fully knowledgeable about my physical condition. Due to the rehabilitation, I haven't had a chance to use ESP before the return. I found out later that when I use ESP at the site, my hands and feet start to feel numb and cold. I was forgetting things which I didn't used to forget, and I was more lethargic and tired than before. I thought it was because I rested too long. At the time I figured that the same symptoms occur every single time I use ESP. That's when I finally realized that I can't just neglect it anymore. I searched everywhere to get information, just in case, and I found that it was an acute blood circulation disorder caused by frozen blood. I know that was the very time I had to get a medical checkup, but I just kept burying my head in the sand since it was hard for me to accept the reality. I have to acknowledge my physical condition if I get a checkup and the result comes out. When you leave the hospital, switch your duty with Kate. You will be on desk duty for a while. You said there's no need for a desk duty person in our team, and now you're willing to make an exception just for me? It's my fault for not being able to fully check on your condition. No, this is all because I overdid myself on the day. What Gyube could do in front of a powerful enemy he could not deal with was to buy time until allied troops who could deal with it arrived. However, Gyube's last resort in the face of an overwhelmingly powerful enemy was useless. When you return, the company will provide you with the cost of anti-freezing fluid you'll need during work. Hey, even if you don't use your ASP anymore, Team 9 needs you. After Giselle's words, Gyube closed his eyes and said nothing for a while. Giselle, I'm sorry. I'll stop here. That day, when his big hand grabbed my head, I could only think of my son and wife. I was not that bad for my family, but I felt regretful for no reason at that moment and was sorry to them. I was able to use ESP to subdue criminals during today's mission, but I was afraid at that moment. What if I can't see my son's smiling face tomorrow? Would I ever be able to soothe my wife's anger resulted from the trivial quarrel between us that took place in the morning? Due to the nature of their job as troubleshooter, death was nothing special for them. However, fear of death has forced many troubleshooters to step down from the front line. Is that your final decision? Yes. You have done it well, no doubt about that. Giselle, I've really enjoyed my days in Team 9 with you. Hey, wake up. Hmm? Time for you to get to work. It's Monday morning. Oh, who's there? Thanks a lot, giving me more than a typical Monday morning. Giselle Wallenstein, please wake the hell up. Oh, it's you, Jane. Wake up and wash yourself quickly and let's have breakfast. Oh, it's you who's cooking? Enough with the claptrap, just wake up, quick. A week ago, Jane's home. Jane looks a lot different with her hair down. I mean, so does Giselle, I guess. So, this is how you live? What do you want to complain about from the beginning of the day? Giselle visits Jane's home with a strong smell of alcohol in the late evening. Jane is surprised by Giselle's unannounced visit and her untidy look and lets her into her house. Who did you drink with? Oh, just mind your own business. Consider your situation. What if you become a target? That would be the time for a policewoman to protect me, right, Inspector Jane? Giselle takes a look at Jane's breakfast menu. A piece of day-old bread, a cup of milk, a bowl of cereal, and some tangerines. Don't tell me your breakfast is like this every day. By the way, no cup of prairie oyster for a friend who's drunk to death? Jane, my girl, you've changed far too much. You don't know how to be thankful, as always. A friend who spent the youth together. In a 12-year gap. They kept in touch, but it was difficult to see each other even once or twice a year because they live in different residential areas. But after Giselle moved to Windwall District, the two have often spent time together. You're still trying to track him alone? Well, depending on the situation, I can do that all by myself. Frankly speaking, it's kind of impossible to arrest him alone. Right. That's the very reason why I said I need help from the police. How about you talk turkey to Albus and ask for help? Let's just stop talking about that for now. You don't want to argue with me from the beginning of the day, do you? If you're that confident, then don't let me worry like you did yesterday. It's ridiculous to think that he who is chased after by you would not do any harm when you're drunk and staggering across the road. Thank you for caring about me, Jane. How come you have a dream team like Calamity around you and don't ask them for help? Don't tell me it's because of that behavior Albus showed during the time of apprentice troubleshooter. Enough with that nonsense provocation, Inspector. And, if you want to hear something that big from me, don't you think you should have prepared a hearty breakfast? Looking at you joking like this made me think at least you're not crazy for revenge and blinded yourself. Jane couldn't forget the day when Giselle suddenly stormed into her office and asked for police support. What are you talking about? I threw away all my career for my revenge, can't you see? A career that you have absolutely no interest in. Hey, look who's talking. So, when are you going to take action? I don't plan to this time, for they will show up on their own. Are you sure about that? Because they are the ones who hid themselves as tight as they could during last year on this planet. Well, we know their location roughly, and we also have a good bait for them to take. They'll run for it as it shows up in front of their eyes. What if only the little ones get caught and the big ones become harder to track? Don't worry, they won't give up. They would have left much earlier if they were going to. An hour ago, Gold Hand River Park. Strange coincidence. The case of this place has been uploaded to the VHPD Mission Control Panel. It's Calamity Company that engaged in a battle here a few days ago. Calamity? The troubleshooter company that engaged in a battle here a few days ago. Oh, the ones who came and fought with us for the trouble Renzi bastard had made. Don't be so strict about Renzi. He only acted according to the manual. Even if you say so, I know what Renzi is like. I heard it has some conflict with your department lately. Yeah, but it's also a company where a noble lady who holds the key to artwork retrieval entered. A noble lady who goes around with a so-called white line? Yeah. It's way too fictitious to be called a coincidence. Frankly speaking, that's what I think too. And if you look back on the past year, they can be referred to as the number one troubleshooters in this area, so I think it's a natural result. Maybe, but if you judge every situation as a coincidence, it tends to cloud the rational judgment. Wait, tell me about the details of that case uploaded to the mission control panel. Rambert's impression. Rambert? It seems that some of the Krambits which entered the Ashen River entered the river. Yeah, okay. Are those the beasts that TV has been telling us to be careful with lately? Yes, it seems that recently the residents who found Krambits at the river reported it. But it's not about suppressing us. Let the staffs leave the work and tell those who work overtime to keep their nose clean. Hans, just a sec. Hmm? Someone might be aware of the fact that we have access to the VHPD mission control panel. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the possibility of the VHPD mission control panel case being total bullshit and they're actually mobilized to suppress us. Moreover, the troubleshooter company in charge of this case is the company that has been after us. Wait, how much time does it take for them to arrive here? About 30 minutes. 30 minutes? This is a place where we engaged in a battle with troubleshooters, so moving to another base is a must anyway. In Crow's Road, there's an underground bunker taken over from the Dusk mercenaries. Were those black skullheads we're going to use it as their training center? Yes. With the increasing activity of troubleshooters in the Windwall area, I think it's a good choice to move to that side for the time being. If we move there, we'll be living together for a while. Good. Those who don't like that may just take care of themselves. The company can't take care of each and every one of the individual lives. Well, we'll have to get everyone off work before they get here. No, Hanson. We have to use this opportunity wisely. Hmm? Why, I'm sorry for those who are preparing to go home, but today everyone's working overtime. Gather everyone here in 30 minutes. All right, sir. What you gonna do? I want to see the capabilities of the guys who put you through quite a hard time. And it's a company that those noble ladies are in, so there's a high chance to meet them face to face. Does that mean you're actually helping out in person? I just want to give a clear check to this artificial situation. You haven't changed. So now I understand why he's willing to rebel against Ben. Overlapping coincidence. Yeah, and the rest of the text, we've read that before. Let's start searching along the river to find the reported Krambits. Probably supposed to say Krabmits. There's a wide range of searches to be done, so let's do it in pairs with the partner of your preference, maintaining moderate spacing. Huh? I can't believe Albus let everyone form their own team. Albus? He must have something in his mind about what happened with Ray in the last team formation. Albus style consideration, it is? Foolish, as always. This is nothing better than last time. I guess it is all about me and Ray after all. It would be much better to team up as usual. In a way, that can be called a talent, being so thoughtful. A silence strikes as Albus finishes his words. Did I do something wrong? Albus thought of an improvement plan for not being able to consider the situation of team members as a leader in the team formation of the last Krabmit suppression mission. After such consideration, he made them choose a partner themselves on a mission that was relatively not a big deal. Okay, boss. Zion's bright shout breaks the silence. All right, Albus. Leave it to me. Albus didn't understand the reaction of team members, suddenly relapsing into silence. But he knew Sion is the one who got the original atmosphere back. Working in pairs, there will be a leftover. What are we going to do with that? I'll be on the bridge in the middle of the area. I'll join you as soon as Krabmits are located. All right, who's with me? Kylie takes a glance at all team members. Then she meets Ray's eyes, but Ray avoids Kylie's eyes. I'll go. Ray, come here, quick. Yes? You're a team with me for a while, remember? Bianca, you want to start? Okay, I don't want to go into the water, so let's start from the outside. And you're willing to team up with me? Don't tell me it's Leighton and me. I've not much to talk with Leighton. And you're with me. Sian, he's fond of hating that much, and look how he rejects me. If you want to team up with Anne that much, oh well, okay. I'll be with Leighton. Team of a fire ability user and an ice ability user? I think that is quite a bad idea. Now everything's well set. Then let's split up and start searching for the Krambits. Please evacuate the citizens of the site to the outside of the park as much as possible. Sion, were you that desperate not to team up with Leighton? What are you talking about? I just wanted to team up with you. Liar, it was so obvious. Thank you for nominating me. Well, until your thoughts are sorted out. Yes, I will try to face myself earnestly. I thought rain out would be fine soon, but it's taking longer than I thought. Is your vacation soon coming to an end? It's still the case that you and I both can't escape the bond of destiny. Dimitri obtained a Ramjit's artwork. Really? What do you say, this weekend to Dimitri's atelier? Of course. Where did you get your troubleshooter field training, Leighton? Why? I was thinking of the right place to get the field training lately. You're not getting your field training in Calamity. I was going to, but now I'm opening up every possibility. I wonder what that silence was all about. I thought everyone would be happy about free team formation. By the way, where's Crabmitz? I saw Calamity a moment ago. What, really? My brother is a fan, I should let him know. Hey, it's already too late. Troubleshooter said that we shouldn't approach the site. There's no police and it's not completely under control. And the merchants haven't been evacuated yet, so one or two more be any different. Perfect example of safety ignorance. Troubleshooters are suffering because of guys like you. Calamity will save me when the worst comes. Bastards like you are the ones who would definitely complain about arriving late when rescued. I don't care. Troubleshooters are run with my taxes. Of course they have to rescue civilians first. Sir, the mobilized troubleshooters are scattered along the river parks. What a terrific situation. We'll encircle the park and knock troubleshooters down one by one. I appreciate all your overtime work. We focus on the objective for our department. But as I always say, your safety is of utmost priority. Take off your masks and clothes and run away through civilians when you think you're going to get deserted. No worries, sir. I have confidence in running away. Time to get that overtime pay. Let's work hard and get a good rest. I actually have no interest in overtime pay. Please let me go home, sir. I feel the same. Making us do the overtime work just before we go home is so unfair. You bastards, you're rotten to the core. If you don't do it right, you'll get in trouble with me, physically. A company using violence? What decade do you think this is? I'm totally against violence. I'm against violence too. Sanson's going to be with us in person. I always say this, but I don't care a shit about your achievements on ordinary days. But when your superiors are watching, certainly do your best and don't screw up. Huh? That bastard again? You fool, you'll get caught. That guy's looking here too. Rift the clowns. Is the Krambit mission a trap? Albus has sent an emergency text to his team members as he located Drifter Clowns. Drifter Clowns located at the site. Planned group movement that detected. The possibility of us being surrounded exists. Please gather together as your top priority and handle any unexpected situations at your discretion. Sion. Yeah, I saw it too. Those cowardly villains. Attacking us when all our members are scattered. So it's cowardly unless going head to head. Giselle. Expected. Very interesting. Did you lure them out? Today, it's just a coincidence. But let's stay sharp and join other members as soon as possible. Fishing, time for you to make your favorite memories. Yeah, what a great present for a vacation coming to an end. Is this all because of us? Probably. And they'll come at us a lot. Let's buy as much time as we can so we can hold on. It'd be better to join other members near us, as Albus said. I know, but please bear with me today. All right, just stay close to me. Okay, I'll not stay away from you. You have my word. All right. Put all enemies out of action. We can do that. Let's see. How big is the map? Not that key, that key. There is a lot of drifter clowns around. There's some civilians too. But apparently, according to the mission reports and our targets, we just don't really care about the civilians now, do we? So I don't know, which direction do we want to go? Do we want everyone to the middle? Maybe, sure. I guess we'll go with that. I can see some of them down here. And one up there. You know what? We'll start with Albus over here. Have him go over there. And yeah, sure, I guess. Give it a try. Albus can handle himself. Oh, there we go. And we have you know what? Anne, you come over here. And attack that dude. Might as well. Oh, there's Wei. Chief of the Drifter Clowns. And there's Sanson. He's up there. Oh, he can. Oh, he has a gun. Well, that's not ideal. Really, he thinks he can attack Albus just like that and survive? Alright. There's a lot of them. 46, in fact. Which way do we want to take this? I'm actually gonna go. Can I attack Wei? What's the hit rate? Good, actually. Pretty decent, so let's go for that. I blocked it. Giselle, honestly, get away from up here. Anne might be in trouble, but yeah. I'm sort of half abandoning her up there. Leighton can't get down from here, which is quite annoying. I guess, I mean, we could try and attempt to go up here. I just don't know if there's any point in doing that. I think I'd rather go down here. We can focus on those. Yeah, go on. Good stun. Sion. I mean, you might as well. That should kill, I think. Yep. Renzi. What is he planning? Just growing. Okay, I guess. Highly. Yeah, she's not close enough to weigh. I mean, I want her to be able to get rid of Wei. You know what? We'll bring her over here. I hope that brings her close enough. No, it doesn't. Which is annoying, but sure, we'll take out that guy then. Survived. Ah, well, never mind. Bianca. I mean, we'll just get rid of Hansen, right? Oh, there's a couple more back there. That's not a good hit rate. We'll take care of him first. Just any less enemies is always good. Alright, what are you guys planning? Oh. Alright, Ray. It might be worth it to just throw a nade in there. That does a lot of damage too. Just not big enough. You know what? Sure, we'll go for that anyway. Dwindle the numbers down. Level up for Ray. Nice. And the hideout here is, for a change, very useful. That's so little damage though. We'll go for that. Pretty far away from killing, but that might do the job. Not with final resistance, it won't. Counterattack? No. That's not great. Sure, attack Leighton as much as you want. I'm not bothered about that at all. Ugh. Okay, I can go with that. Stun is annoying. A stun is very annoying because that could kill with Hansen attacking now. It doesn't kill. Civilian rescued. Guess that works. Irene. Come here first. Let's see. They'll block it. That's not great. You know what? Either way, just go for it. See how much damage you can do. A lot still, even if it's blocked. Hashing. You know what? Just take a step back. Shit. I knew it was going to happen, but I mean, nothing I can do about that. Problem is his... I mean, does he still? No, Forced Element shouldn't activate again. That doesn't really do much, does it? No. Just not going to be enough. I can do that. I have to hope that someone's there to take care of him. Yeah, it is not over yet. Wait, I agree. Kylie, going for it? Almost. Almost. Good help. For sure. Wind chain. Rather just try and deal with Hansen. Such a high block rate. Have to go for the one that does the most damage, I guess. Whirlwind. Nice. Very nice. We somehow made our way through that percentage mess. Bit lucky there for sure. And rip Ann. That was never a good plan. Kind of, yeah. I have to deal with Wei. Have to hope that I can reach him from here. Yeah. Yes, 100%. That will do enough damage even if he blocks. Yep. Very good. Okay, that's fine. Just run around. Whatever you do. Throw more smoke grenades. Sure, I don't care. Renzi's the only one who's a bit annoying here right now. And, well, Sanson will be too once he gets closer. He'll be really annoying. Good dodge. And yeah, okay. That was predictable. That's not great. Sion. I mean, he's in a bit of a bother anyway, so I might as well try and do some damage while he still can. That's not good hit rate, but it's not like I can actually. I mean, that just doesn't do all that much damage. I think this might be more worth it. Yeah, wasn't great. Okay, he's dead. He's also dead to bleeding. Now Kylie. We'll have to go from here. Does she do any decent damage? Honestly, not awful. I've seen her do worse. Or go for it. 500 and bleeding. The counter though, that's not ideal. Bianca. Honestly, yeah, just get rid of that guy. We'll have to figure something out for the rest. And yeah, sure. Eliminate that one too. Level up for Sion. That forestallment doesn't help much. And rest in peace, Kylie. Sion's gonna end pretty soon as well. Ray can throw around grenades. Because, I mean, he's not going to do much else, but that might actually do a decent chunk of damage. It was underwhelming. And now seems dead anyway. Oh, Bianca actually survived for now. So she gets another go. Go at who? The block rate's so high. Doesn't matter, choose one of them. Yep, was unfortunately predictable. Ion's also down. And Ray lives to fight another day. Elisa. You know what? Bring you over here. And now we'll try that. With both of them blocking it, it really doesn't do all that much damage. Giselle. I mean, what can she really do? She can do damage to those guys, but she's got a sniper rifle. She can only do one at a time. That's also not fantastic. Survived thanks to the charm of Sylvia, but no, I just get rid of that guy quickly. Okay. This team should be reasonably fine as long as neither of them get stunned. They should be okay to do whatever they want. That's annoying. It's very annoying. That's super annoying, considering I just mentioned that. There's Sanson again. Yeah, civilians out of action. I don't care too much about that one. Okay. Right, Leighton. Doesn't have an AU. Actually, it says enemy area. It's pretty much just a straight line, and the damage output is minimal because, well, he's not skilled for ESP. Just get rid of that drifter clown. I'm pretty sure I won't be able to beat the mission. First time, at least. I can definitely see myself beating the mission in general, but I've already started off pretty badly here. Yep, there's Bianca gone. Ray actually gets another turn. I don't think there's any way for me to save Ray. No, she's stuck in here anyway. So there's no real reason to heal her either, because it wouldn't really do anything. She's dead anyway. We might as well do a bit of damage before she goes. And everyone should counter here. So I find it quite unlikely that she would dodge all of them. That's 2. But she didn't dodge that one, but Renzi didn't actually manage to kill her, which is quite surprising. Good job, Leighton. And yeah, Albus doing a bit of work. Sure, just go again. There we go. Eventually. And Giselle, sure, might as well. Go on. Whole list is just enemies. Oh, Leighton isn't stunned anymore. That's good. Don't know when that happened. I'll take it. Oh. Well, there's Elisa gone. Good job, Albus. What happens with the rest? Ray actually got another turn. I can't believe it. Go for it. And there we go. Albus is fine. Zell. You know what? I think now is a good time. I might as well do something to have some chance of beating it. Still don't think it's going to be likely, but I'll have a much better chance of beating it with the Draki than without it. The fact that there's nothing to heal Leighton really over there is a bit of an issue. Well, a great start. All right, Irene. That be enough? You know what? I just want to be secured. This is definitely enough. Slight overkill. And she's an overcharge now. So I might as well get rid of that one too. And while we're at it, how about removing that one too? And while we're here, let's fire a fireball down there. I mean, why not? Let's do a bit of extra damage. Zell. I have to go for Renzi, right? If she can crit and he doesn't block it, I think I still got a chance. Survived it though. That's unfortunate. I hoped she would do a bit more damage. And now Elvis is stunned. And the Draki is stunned. And Giselle is dead, and that's RIP. That, yeah, his chance is over. Even if Leighton can do a bit more damage. Yeah, that's Albus down. I'm sure Irene and Leighton can maybe get rid of like 4 or 5 more. Everything goes to plan, but it just won't be enough. Let's see what happens. I mean, it's gonna be a long time until we finally get a turn again. Oh, now it's just gone. Well, she'll get Phoenix, but doubt it'll help much. Allow me to get rid of that one. And then I can maybe with a bit of luck get rid of that one. Yep, that'll do. But really at this point it's just maybe getting a couple of drops. Yep, that's Leeton gone. This is just gonna... Basically, I'm just waiting for Irene to die. Might happen relatively quickly, might just take forever. Okay, happened relatively quickly, I see. Well, mission failed. We got that, so we can maybe make some use of that if it happens to be useful. If we keep it, actually. Yeah, we managed to keep it. Alright. So we didn't manage to beat the mission this time. But normally I would just retry the mission and, I'll show you that. But in my current state, I can't. So this video will come out as it is. And once I'm feeling better, I will attempt the mission again. And I'll probably show you the end of that. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.